It works! It finally come. Actually, one more thing. Okay. This is a game from 1999 that has a really nice lighting engine. go back. Whatever. Where did you come from? I have no idea what's the point of this. Oh, hello. So someone actually is watching after all. Okay. I could barely prepare to this in time, and everything kept breaking. Yeah, this game. It's their own engine. I'm pretty sure. Okay, I think is that a checkpoint, I assume? Yeah, that's really useful. I'm pretty sure it's their own engine. This game is kinda annoying to play, but am I gonna respawn? Yes. Gravity smack you! Okay. Did they not see me? Oh, they do. This, oh. Where did that come from? Their corpses are solid, so I can take this. Okay, I'm on the other side. Oh no. There's more. It's just a light. We did it! This is stupid. Ah, I see there's again 2 viewers. Thank you for watching. poke. Yeah, we have to use the streamer language. What does poke mean, actually, by the way? Is that a name of a streamer or something like that? Come on, open. Oh, it opens so nicely. Play of the game. I heard this phrase before. Okay, well, the lighting is kinda messed up here. Actually, can I... No, everything is already at max. What is this? What? I touched it from the side. Do I just drop here? We can also do this. Okay. No, I prefer this mode. Oh, that was close. And it's probably not the way. What am I supposed to do? Oh, wait. Connection successful. Is there anything else I can do? It really looks like I'm supposed to jump from here. Ah! You actually can jump a second time. Is this a checkpoint? Or is that a button? What? That was unfair. Did you see that? If the entire fan is so slippery, then this is gonna be very hard or impossible. But, well, I have infinite... yeah, I have infinite lives, so I can keep trying. What else can I do? Oh, we actually did something. What? Why is it moving like this? Looks like it kinda can't decide. What's up with this lighting? What was the point of these stairs? Oh. Am I supposed to somehow get there? Am I supposed to jump on the lights, but I can't jump? Actually, no, I can. Or can I? Or should I go this way? I think I'm supposed to go this way, because that looks more kind of interactive. And what was the point of that? Should I just drop here? I would die. Well, if I jumped here, I would just die. So this can't be the way. Unless there's like a teleporter or something. But I don't wanna take the risk. Let's go back to the previous way. Yeah, maybe we can drop on this lamp, but my health is pretty low, so I may just die. Also, you can see there's this stupid game mechanic where the health keeps decreasing if you do nothing. No, if I drop from here, I'll certainly die. That's for sure. The fall damage rises pretty fast in this game. Oh, you're kidding me. I can actually walk on these? We've seen this place from the other side. Oh no, more fans. What? Okay. Yeah. Got like an entire game just composed of these traps. What is this? Interesting. I don't wanna touch this because there's smoke. And I only have 20 HP. Be careful. Well, that's what I'm doing all the time. You can see I always try to be too careful. Where is this fan? Is it inside the projector? Can we see it? No, I'm not gonna try going this way. Oh wait, did I just go back to the beginning? I think so. Yeah, that's it. Can I drop here? No. We did it. Okay, so this is where we dropped, and where did I go before? Which one haven't we explored yet? I can't remember. I think it was this. then I came into one of these, one of the yellow ones. Do you remember? Or whatever, I could just restart the map. Ah, this is just the beginning. Oh, I could just restart the map. Okay, apparently this one is already closed. Is this the same? Okay, can I... It's dark. I'm scared. Okay, so I think we're done with that entire lower area. So now we can go here. What's that sound? What's happening? Well, I jumped into a pipe where I wasn't supposed to jump, and then I restarted the main hub map, and now I'm here. Why is it doing that? The acid is kinda moving as I move. Interesting. Okay, just let me die. Let me restart. Is this possible at all? What is this? Wait, I have an idea. I have a stupid idea. Okay, one last attempt and I go to a different level. Okay, I'm done. Come on. Okay, last attempt, and I'm gonna try something else. Why is it randomly? Actually, no. One more time. Okay. So it's actually possible. What is this? A checkpoint. Nice. That was really welcome. Yes, I should be able to reach this. Yeah. Isn't that the same place? No. Oh, what is this? Oh no, it's... Nice. Okay. We did it. Now, I'm gonna take a little break, and as I promised in the title, I'm gonna show some mods for this game. I mean mods in quotation marks. Okay, I'm back, but before I show the mods, before I start talking about the mods, I'm gonna play one more level so you can see the original level and then how it was modified. This is the original level for now. Okay, and that's it. This part is almost impossibly hard because of a buggy collision and the fact that it's extremely hard to get back once you fall down. Yeah, so that's it regarding this level. Now, if you wanna modify this game, there are two ways. First, the sound files are there available, so you can easily just replace them with whatever you want. The second kind of files is the game's own file format, and I don't know of any original editors for these files. I mean, we've seen a single screenshot. I mean, we know a single screenshot of an editor for this game, like the original editor, but it doesn't seem to be something publicly available. So, because I was too bored and I had too much free time, I made my own editor. And using this editor, I modified this map, the catacomb. Wait, let's close the map, open something else, and now we can come on. Yeah, but apparently I have to restart the game. I have to close the game. Okay, now the file is closed. And I'm gonna replace the file. Does this work? Okay, it works. Surprisingly, it captured the game immediately. Okay. So, as you can see, I made some really stupid edits to this map. Yeah, there's a different texture. So you can see that replacing the textures is possible, or importing new textures. I modified the model and I added some new models. And everything works. Yeah. I also managed to add an enemy and an inventory item. Obviously, this is in no way a decent, high-quality edit. I'm simply showing what is already possible to do. And I added an entire new section here. With a new texture, which is an edit of an Unreal texture, and some new lights. Okay, now I'm gonna show another version. No. No, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, if you click on this window, if you try to move this window, it goes full screen and everything breaks. This is gonna, yeah, it works. I can't remember which version contains what. And now you can see that's it for this level. And the last version come on. Okay, I think it's the same thing. I'll check just in case. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, you can find the editor and stuff on Beta Archive. And I wonder if I could actually show this on stream. Wait for it. Okay, can you see anything? It looks like the window is empty, like it captures the window itself. Yeah, it seems to capture just the window elements themselves, but not the actual OpenGL viewport. Just kinda awkward. There's supposed to be a map inside. Oh, no, it's not alternative Unreal Editor. It's a completely custom made editor. Alternative UED works in a completely different way. Alternative UED it's only like kind of like an interface. It's only like a shell, like a graphical interface. Well, this is a separate, this like a standalone thing on its own. and it wouldn't really make sense to try to adapt alternative UID to this game because it works. The engine is so much different. There's no BSP, the resource management is very different. Everything is very different. Okay, so I'll actually try to make... also, can you see something else? Well, at least you're probably capable of seeing this. It shows the list of resources that are included in a map. I have no idea what these names mean, but I assume you do. I don't even know how to read that. Let me try. Shajestorokloticontv. Shajestorokba. Shajestorok. Giomb estorok. Giomorandbordak. Yeah, I know they're in Hungarian. Shakadek Savba. Shakadek Savpol folioso. Liukas terem 1. Sont folioso. Patch Batsk Ishere. Patch Message. Patch next at Steve. Szemgolio. Also Szemheli. Okay, so anyway, you can see there's a scene which is like a list of everything. There are rooms. Like the entire map is split into rooms. And the rooms consist of models. Rooms are kinda vaguely similar to Unreal's zones. There are also windows, which are slightly similar to Portal. So the rendering works in a kinda positive way. Like it starts from the room where you are, then it looks at all the windows available and it checks what is visible through these windows. And it renders these rooms and so on. That's how it seems to work. Another consequence of that, an interesting consequence of that, is that you can have overlapping rooms, which actually look correct in the game, I think. Okay, you can see there are also models, which are like the actual objects that you place in, like the parts of the level geometry that you can place. The lights, obviously. You can see that window. And finally, there's this active system that I can't quite figure out how it's supposed to work. As you can see, it's really crap-smacking complicated. There's a huge amount of these active objects. And I'm not sure how does this look in a level designer. And I'm not sure how was this supposed to look in the original level editor. Like, I don't think all of that was placed manually, because there's just such a huge amount of them. I am not sure. You can also see some textures and something that looks like some editor settings, views, a grid, and some dialog boxes, and so on. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna try this again. window capture? I don't know. Let's try game capture. I'm trying to capture the window, like the 3D window itself, but it doesn't quite work. Okay, well, I can still try to capture the entire screen, but that's kinda risky. I don't think there's anything sensitive on my screen. So let's try that. Oh, now you can see it. And much more things that I wonder if I can crop this. It kinda works. Okay. I hope it works now. So now you can see how the catacomb level looks. Obviously there's no lighting, because re-implementing this light, because essentially I would have to re-implement this entire lighting system on my own, and that would be quite difficult. I have only ever written OpenGL 1 code and a little bit, a bare minimum of OpenGL 2. But that would require something much more complicated. Okay, there's this impossible room. How different is the seed editor? Well, wait. I'll find it. It's on Unseen. It should be on Unseen 64. This is the only one original screenshot of the original editor that we know, or at least that I know. And this is my editor. When making this, I didn't care about accuracy. I just wanted to make something that's like at all. This is more of a proof of concept than an actual usable editor. And I'm too lazy to improve it anymore because there's no audience for this. And that's it. Actually there's more objects in the level. You can see if I check this, it shows the things that aren't referenced in the lists in the scene object. So there's much more stuff. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. That's exactly why I did it. And if you check this, you see that there's even more objects. It becomes just a huge mess. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure these, what I call child actives, weren't placed directly, but they're only a part of like more parent objects. Yes, I did draw them myself. Even though I wasn't exactly sure which object does what. This is the list of all these so-called actives, which are usually represented by icons in the editor. Can you see it? Yes, you can. As you can see, some of them are just placed directly into the map, but some of them kind of form like a tree. Like there's some kind of modularity. And the properties of the ones inside are kind of like exposed outside under different names. Kind of like parameters in a function. Or actually, no, it's more like something like Kismet or blueprints, I think. Like a block diagram, I believe. But I don't know. Honestly, it's hard to say how this actually looked in the original editor. There's so much of this. Veracruzas Ido. Is that how you say it? Actually, in the original editor, yeah, I kinda expected. In the original editor, you can see there's this animation menu. So it looks like. So I assume that these paths are kinda related to this animation system. For this seed game. From the original authors. You think they're gonna release anything else? Yeah. Anyway, as you can see, many of them most of these aren't even like physical in-game objects, but like look more like code statements, like script statements. Like for example, this one is like setting some, like I assume it's setting some variable in some object. Like the game.c, that's the like package. The player is the like. This is what I figured out so far. The cell, I assume that means target. At least it does in Polish. Game.c, that's a file. It's kind of like packages in Unreal. Player is an object that has such a name in this package. Now this, I think that's a variable, and this, I'm not sure what that means. Like this dollar notation, it's like a reference to different objects. Yeah, I kind of expect it. It also means that in Polish. Yeah, so it's kind of like setting so it's like sending a message to the object player in the package game, and this is the message. And when this object receives this message, it receives like position and a reference. Like when player receives this, it receives like position and a reference to an object, which, guess what, is a reference to this object. So maybe it means like it should set the player's position to the position of this object. Yeah, so it's like when should it execute? I think on off, it's like the equivalent of trigger and untrigger in Unreal. It's like on, it's when this object is triggered, will send this message off is when this object is untriggered. Yeah, it is pretty crappy smacking complicated. Start, yeah, I'm pretty sure start means that it's when the level starts, like post begin play in Unreal. I have no idea what are these two. I don't know what Azonoshito means. But I'm pretty sure that Tovapkapsolas is like the next object that's executed. It like kinda chains the Azonoshito's ID. No idea what that means in this context. It doesn't quite make sense. But anyway, the last one, from what I've seen, it seems to be like what is executed next. Like when this object is triggered, it does what it's supposed to do, and then it triggers 51, the object 51. So then it triggers this, and this object sets the direction of the player. Then it chains the execution onto 57 ID, which in turn sends the message on to the object called scene. There's no package and there's no $ID, so I assume it's name of an object in the current map. So it sends the message on to the scene, which I have no idea what is that supposed to mean. What could this mean? It kind of like, I don't know, it kind of like initializes the map in some way. I don't know. It's actually called set. Like the object itself is called starting scene. Alright, so maybe it just means like we finished the loading, you can actually show up the map. Like we finished setting the player and setting up all properties, you can actually load, you can actually open the map and show it on the screen and so on. And this object in turn chains the execution to two different objects. As you can see, you can enter two objects here separated with a space. And the first one is 99, second one is 59. I can't see, where's 15? Okay, there's 59. 59 is this one. Which sets the message to object 61, and this is the message. Blah blah blah, set checkpoint, blah blah blah. I have no idea what do the hashtag things mean. But if I remember correctly, it's the object 61 is gonna have, yeah, I do remember correctly. The object 61 has Mikor Kuldie set to forward, and Usenet is set to add. I don't know, I have no idea what does it mean, but I've seen this pattern quite often. When the target object has the add symbol, and this is set to forward, and the source of object has a lot of these symbols in the message. I don't know what that means, but that's a pattern that I noticed. So the second object that one of the previous objects called was, if I remember correctly, this one. Like, yeah, it was this object, which called this, 59, and 99. So 99, I assume that this kind of object is kind of like It's kind of like the dispatcher in Unreal, but only with a single event. So when this object is triggered, it waits for 2 seconds and calls this object. Oh, what? Wait. Test. Is my stream working? Hello? OBS? Okay, I think it is working. Okay, where did I finish? Yeah, so when the delay active is called, it waits, yeah, when it's triggered, I mean, when it receives the message on, it waits for 2 seconds and calls this object. When it receives the message off, I assume that -1 means just like ignore, don't do anything. Yeah, so when the level starts, after 2 seconds, it will call the object 101. And this object, it's gonna send the message do unlock to, well, there isn't any target specified, so I assume it's just some kind of like special keyword, some like special command that does something like globally in the level. Yeah, and that's where it actually no. That's where this branch ends, but the other branch, the one that started at 59, I have no idea how to interpret this kind of syntax, so I don't know how does this further work. There's also different kind of actives. There's the calculator, which seems to be like an if statement. Like if something is not equal, like I assume that this means that if something isn't equal to a number returned by this object, then it's gonna call this, else otherwise it's gonna call this, and in both cases it's gonna call this object. Is this target true, target false condition, and whatever it was, the last one? No, I don't think hash means if. I think this symbol is just like a placeholder. It's like a placeholder for some variable. Yeah, so that's how it works. What else interesting do we have? Yeah, there's the paths. So remember that every active also has a position in the level. It's like physically has like a physical position in the level somewhere. Which, well, I didn't show that in this view because it would be kind of useless. You would just see 3 numbers X, Y, Z. But remember, when I checked show child actives, it showed a big cluster crappity smack of objects. I don't know what is this. Yeah, some of the actives seem to represent actual physical objects, like for example the simple object, which is called platform. Yeah, this is, by the way, this is an ID of a model. I made it so it has blue background, and the purple ones are actives. So I think models can be either placed directly in the scene, or they can be not placed in the scene, but placed in as an active that references the model. By the way, confusingly, models are called objects. Unlike in Unreal, where object refers to like a generic entity of any kind, in this game, the word object means a 3D model. Yeah, as I said, well, anyway, we're past. Yeah, me too. We're past the 2 hours, and it's time to end the stream. Yeah, I'm glad my suffering wasn't fruitless. Yeah. See you tomorrow, hopefully at 20 UTC+1.